Hello, parents. Hello. Today I will go over our multiplication strategies that we're learning for fourth grade. You have the partial product and the area model. If you notice here in the anchor chart, it's telling you how to solve the problem using partial product. One, you determine the value of each digit. And the word value is very, very important when we look at decomposing or breaking down the number. Then you write your multiplication sentence, find your partial products, and add all the partial products together, and you have your answer to the equation. In fourth grade, they must be able to multiply up to 4-digit numbers and a 2-digit by 2-digit number. First, before I get started, I wanted to quickly share the homework for this week. Students will have math homework starting with this page. It is a daily review for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. All homework is due on Friday. So here's our first sheet. The next sheet looks like this, 1 through 9. They have to use partial product to show the answer, or they will not get credit for all of the problems. Next, they have page 99, which they have to do 1 through 8. Lastly, they have page 107, and they get to practice their multiplication again with questions 1 through 21. I am going to take our problem number 21 and multiply 9,749 by 5. I am going to show you all how to solve this problem using, I'm sorry, I just realized you might not have been able to see the problems that I was talking about. So I'm going to reshare here and start back over. We have the daily review, which looks like this. It's Monday through Thursday. Questions 1 through 9, which they have to show partial product in order to get all of their credit for it. This is page 99.
Mr. Young, please bring scanner. I need you to comment on it.
All right, page 99 here, and then that's 1 through 8. And then we have page 107, which is questions 1 through 21. I am going to solve number 21 on this sheet of paper so that you all can see how your students should be able to share their knowledge. All right, so I'm going to go here to the problem, 9,749 times 5. We're going to show this problem using partial product, and we're going to show this problem using area model. So the first partial product, I need to first, and I'm going to pause it, sorry.
Leadership theme.
Okay, so 9,749 times 5. First, they need to reconfigure how they set up their problem, and they're going to put 9,749 times 5. Line it up. So we're going to use place value understanding in order to solve this problem. We have 9 times 5 in the ones place. We're going to start in the ones, and then we're going to move to the tens, the hundreds, and the thousands. So 9 times 5, and we're going to place our equations on the side. 9 times 5 is the ones place. So 9 times 5 is 45. We're going to write 45 there. And next we have the tens place. We have a 4 in the tens place, meaning there are 4 tens. 4 tens is equal to 40. So we are multiplying 40 by 5. As I tell my students, this is a 10. So I look at my equation. I notice there is 1 0 in my equation. So that means there'll be 1 0 in my answer. Then I'm going to go and multiply my first numbers, 5 times 4, which is 20. So that means my answer is 200. Next, I'm gonna move to my hundredths place. I have a 7 in the hundredths place. A 700 is 700 times 5. Again, I have my zeros. So I have my 0 in my ones place, 0 in my tens place, and then I multiply 5 times 7, which is 35. Then I put my comma where it belongs. Lastly, I have 9 in the thousands place. So now I'm going to do 9,000 times 5 because that's the value. 9,000 times 5. Again, zeros. I have 3 zeros, 1 in the ones, 1 in the tens, 1 in the hundreds. And then 9 times 5 is 45. So I'm going to write 5 and 4 there and put my comma after the last 3 digits, and then I'm going to add it up. Please be sure to put your plus sign and your multiplication sign so that we can understand. You must also have your values here so that you are organized to solve the problem. Next, I'm going to add 5 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 5. 4 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 4. 5 plus 2 plus 0 is 7, comma. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then 4 plus nothing is 4. My answer is 48,745. This is what we call partial product. Our next strategy is going to be the area model. So with the area model over here, area model, you will write your problem again, 9,749 times 5, and then we will write the 9,749 into expanded form, and we have 9,000 plus 700 plus 40 plus 9. And this is the quickest and easiest way to show them how to draw the rectangle, because you draw your rectangle under that after you have expanded it. Make your rectangle big enough so that you can write inside of it, and then you have a rectangle. On the outside of the rectangle, we are multiplying by 5, so I'm going to put 5 on the outside and put my multiplication symbol here. As I tell my students, wherever the plus signs are, that's where my line is inside the box. So I go to my plus sign and draw my line straight down, as straight as possible. This is a little crooked. Let's fix it. All right, and then I start multiplying. Again, whatever is on top is what you're multiplying. So 9,000 times 5, 700 times 5, 40 times 5, and 9 times 5 in that box. So I'm going to start here with 9 times 5. 9 times 5 is 45. 40 times 5 is 200. 5 times 700 is 3,500. And then 9,000 times 5 is 45,000. Then I take all of my partial products and add them up together. In order to add them up together, I must line them up in place value order, meaning my ones are with my ones, my tens are with my tens, my hundreds are with my hundreds, and my thousands are with my thousands. Next, we have 200, 200, and then 45. And then we add them all together. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 5 is 5. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 4 is 4. 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus 3 is 8, and 4,000. And you should have the same final product on both strategies. All right, so on the back, I want to go ahead and show you all another problem, which is going to be 2 by 2, which is 23 times 17, and how to use partial product to solve that. So again, we start with our ones. We have 7 times 3 in our ones place. And then we have 7 times this 2, and it's 2 10s, so that's a 20. It would be 20 times 7. Then my next is going to be this way. So I have 1 in the tens place, so that would be a 10 times 3. And then lastly, I have 10 times 20. So then 7 times 3 is 21. I have a 0, put a 0 in my answer, and 7 times 2 is 14. And then 10 times 3 is 30. And then 10 times 20 is 200. And then I add them all up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 1 is 3. And I have 391 as my answer. And now if I use area model for this, I will have to decompose both of the 2-digit numbers. I will have to expand both numbers. And I'll show you how to do that. You expand it into 10, so you have 20 plus 3. And then you have 10 plus 7. This is the only one that will have a square shape instead of a rectangle. So then I'll take my 20 plus 3 and put it at the top here, draw a line, and then 10 plus 7 on the side. And wherever my plus sign is, that is where my line is going to go. And you will have a box that looks like this. Next, we start multiplying. We start with our first box, whatever number's on top, and the first number here. 20 times 10 goes here. And then 3 times 10 goes here. Next, at the bottom, we have a 20 still, so 20 times 7. And then 3 times 7. All right. So then in my first box, 20 times 10, you have 200. And then my second box, you have 3 times 10, which is 30. And then here in this box, we have a 0, and then 7 times 2 is 14, so 140. And then 7 times 3 is 21. These are all my partial products. So I'm going to take my partial products, 200, 140, 30, and 21, and add them together. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 1. 4 plus 3 plus 2 is 9. 2 plus 1 is 3. Again, we have the same product for both strategies. I really hope that this helped. If not, you can always use YouTube and search for partial product and area model. Thanks, parents.